2025 is upon us, and one of the things that I'm trying to help more people that are working in tech, product managers, tech professionals, and just generally speaking, I think everybody should be launching and monetizing your own personal brand, is that you should do it, and most people that are not doing it, you guys are basically going to miss out, because 2025 is going to go ahead and fly by just like 2024. So assuming that you guys want to go ahead and start your own personal brand, let's go ahead and start talking about three major phases in this. Number one is, how do you start, in order for you to start monetizing off of your personal brand, the first thing that I need to get you to do is actually start launching your own personal brand. The first thing that I have to do in order to get you to start launching your own personal brand is to start getting you to appreciate why a personal brand is important. Anyways, personal brand and online communities are going to be basically the two things that are not going to be able to be replaced by AI, because people are going to resonate with your story. The bigger your personal brand is, it's going to be easier for you to go ahead and attract, I would say, work opportunities, freelancing opportunities, investment opportunities, because you are positioning yourself in a place where you're attracting opportunities to come to you versus you are chasing after opportunities and going to them. It's much better to attract, because it's flowing towards you, versus like you are going towards it. So assuming I have sold you on, I get two batches of people, right? I get 80% of the people that are like, Rich, why should I start a personal brand? Well, do your own research and definitely subscribe to my channel. But at the same time, assuming that you're ready to go ahead and launch your own personal brand, people are like, all right, Rich, I'm ready to launch my personal brand. Then what? What do I do first? The first thing that you want to go ahead and do is just understand this. In order for you to start monetizing, you have to launch. And in order for you to launch, you have to start. The first step in starting is just focusing on one thing at a time. The first thing that you absolutely have to do is making a list of everything that you're doing. That could be a list of what you're doing every single day as a product manager, as a software engineer, and just start. Instead of creating content, you want to get momentum. You want to just make a list of okay, I woke up today, what did I do? Okay, I went to this meeting. What kind of meeting did you go to? Okay, I had a meeting with this person. Okay, what was it about? Start just documenting what you do in a given day and what you do in a given week. And I think anywhere between, I would say, 10 calendar days, 10 business days. So in a week, I would say your time and your schedule can vary pretty dramatically, depending on what you do on a Monday versus a Friday or a Wednesday. But 2 weeks, you're going to start seeing some consistency. You should already be doing this as a tech professional in general, because most tech professionals, when they have to whip out their resume, they're always like, what did I do? What did I accomplish? You should always have a list of accomplishments ready to go. Secondly, even if you're not actively or passively looking for a job, which I recommend everybody to be constantly looking and interviewing, the second thing is also you should always be ready to negotiate your promotion and letting your company know what is it that you're working on and showing them results. I've done X, Y, and Z. A lot of people miss out on their performance bonuses in the company just because they're like, so what have you been doing? So I know I've been doing a lot, but you haven't been documenting it. So a lot of people, the reason why you're not making as much money as you're supposed to be on the job is because you actually don't do a very good job actually displaying the value that you bring, even though you add a lot of value into the company, but they don't know what value you're adding to the company. You can't quantify it, and you can't even communicate with yourself the value you add to the company. So how do you expect other people to give you more money, right? So you should already be doing that in general. But the third thing is, now you have a list of YouTube topics, because the one video title that is guaranteed to print YouTube views is a day in the life. If you want to start a brand, you have to start on YouTube, because YouTube is long form content, and it's searchable, and it allows the audience member to go ahead and find you and start building a relationship with you, whether you know if they're alive or not. So make a list, and in 5 days, you actually have a lot to talk about. And in 10 days, you have a lot more to talk about. You make a list, and then you pop that thing on a spreadsheet, and then you pop that thing onto ChatGPT and say, hey, create a list of searchable YouTube titles, searchable YouTube titles based upon these things that I've already been doing for my job to attract viewership. And ChatGPT is going to go out there and create a bunch, and you want to go out there and optimize it for titles, and you also want to go ahead and optimize it for YouTube thumbnail text, the text that shows up on the YouTube thumbnails. And then from there, you want to just start recording content. Content is very simple. I'm just recording off of my MacBook computer right now. I'm traveling right now. Literally just got out of the shower and decided to go out there and drop a video hot. I don't have my mic with me. I don't have my better camera with me. This is just the microphone that's on my MacBook. This is just on the camera. And I'm just giving you like a little how-to tutorial, right? And then you can just go ahead and record it either on your camera, or you can go out there and do it on Loom. I do a combination of both. But I find like sometimes it's easier for me to do it on Loom, sometimes it's easier for me to do it on camera. The whole point is dropping more content and more volume, because volume allows, the more content that you're dropping, like the more you 10x content, you'll 10x revenue. It's very simple. It's a guaranteed success formula. The people that procrastinate, thank you for procrastinating, because I'm going to come and take your lunch. Sounds horrible, right? But like, I'm going to go and get there and actually take your lunch, because like, you're not going to go ahead and do it anyways. So more content that you're dropping, the better. Most people psych themselves out. They want to go out there and buy the best equipment, and then they realize how expensive the equipment is, and then they research, even if the ones that can drop money, the ones that can drop money versus the ones that can't drop as much money, they're still spending so much time researching, because they don't want to go ahead and start recording, because they're afraid of what other people are going to think about it. Nobody gives a shit. I don't give a shit. Like, your coworkers don't give a shit. Your boss doesn't give a shit. We have people that are Navy SEALs right now just walking into the base, like, talking about a day in the life of a Navy SEAL. We have like Goldman Sachs traders, like, hey, come with me to work. I'm at Goldman Sachs. Like, there's a day in the life of basically anything and everything that you can imagine. Like, hey, this is a U.S. Marine stationed in Germany right now. Like, nobody cares. Just start recording it. If it's like even off of your iPhone, just start recording it. Drop that content and start seeing what people resonate with, and start inviting them over to a school community where they can interact with you. The best way for people to get scale is to own an online community where you can communicate with your client base at scale, because like, when you're communicating one-to-one, you just don't get enough leverage. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, and I'm also saying that you're not going to do it, because I still do it too. But like, the way that you get scale is actually on a live basis, and actually with as many people as possible. And that's where you basically start. You start posting it up on YouTube, and you start posting it up on Instagram, and you start posting up on a newsletter, and you start posting it up on LinkedIn, and then you just get the ball rolling. If you really want a detailed breakdown of it step to step, join me in my community called Boss School. I'm actually going to be working with my people in the program on my own online community called Boss School to show them how to roll it out, and I'm increasing my engagement on that as well. I'm going to be talking to them live as much as possible, and with that said, I'll go out there and see you in Boss School very, very soon. I'm trying to help as many tech professionals become bosses and job creators this year.